What's happening, people? The Liverpool Prophet back again with another match reaction. Positive today, man. There's nothing negative to really say about today's result and performance, and I'm glad. I'm glad for once in a while. Well, for once, I can actually talk about my team in a positive manner. Liverpool 5, West Ham United 2. Yeah, we scored 5 goals, people, and we played some good football as well. I know, right? Crazy, but yeah, gonna give you guys my match reaction. Just finished doing the watch along as well. A decent watch, a decent afternoon. At least I was entertained for once and not bored watching us play. Before we get into it, drop a like on the video, sub to the channel. Let me know your thoughts down below in the comments as well. All of that. Having said that, let's just get straight into it. That was a good performance. That was a relatively decent performance from Liverpool today. Of course, you don't want to look too much into it because it is only West Ham, and West Ham respectfully are in a relegation battle. They're not a good side. They're down the bottom of the table for a specific reason. But I've got to give us credit because we turned up and put in a decent display. Going into the game, you can watch back my match preview from yesterday. I predicted a tough game here. I thought West Ham would come, sit in a low block, be deep, be compact, and make it hard for us in general to play. That's what Nuno is known for doing, and that's what a team that in West Ham's position usually do. But in all fairness to West Ham, they came and did the total opposite of that. We were 1-0 up inside the first 5 minutes. Hugo Ekitike again pops up with a goal. People were trying to run an agenda on Ekitike. People were trying to run an agenda on Hugo Ekitike, saying he hasn't scored in the last couple of games. That very quickly has gone quiet. Interestingly, scored a goal today. A good goal too. Decent control. And within 5 minutes, we are 1-0 up against West Ham, which actually made me pretty happy because you know what? Against these teams, you have to score an early goal most of the time. It's important you score first and you score early on because the longer it's a draw, the longer it's 0-0, the more defensive that team becomes and the harder it becomes for you to break them down. And West Ham would have done that, to be fair, today. Had we not scored early, that would have been a different game because they would have continued to sit in a lower block and they would have continued to make it hard for us. But we score in the first 5 minutes. Ekitike puts us 1-0 up. So we get a fast start at Anfield, which is what I wanted, to be fair. So Ekitike bags. And then West Ham's game plan changes. Like I said, I feel like they came with the intention of playing a low block. I feel like they came with the intention of stifling us, playing for the 0-0 and trying to pin something on the counter. However, us going 1-0 up early on forced them to change up their game plan. They came out more, gave it a bit more of a goal. They had to, considering the situation they're in. They've lost today. Their relegation rivals, Forest and Spurs, are going to play tomorrow. So they needed to go for it. They need to give it. They needed to give something, and them doing that benefited us more because against low blocks, Liverpool struggle to create, struggle to score goals against a team that will come out, attack, give us space. That's where Liverpool usually thrive. So yeah, it was a good performance, and West Ham coming out, like I said, suited us a lot more. So then we go 2-0 up. We go 2-0 up. Van Dijk bags from a corner. Virgil van Dijk, the captain, steps up with another headed goal. That's his third of the season. Scored against Atletico Madrid in the UCL. Scored against Sunderland in the league a couple of weeks back and has come up again with another headed goal. Stepped up, man. Captain stepped up, and the strength from Van Dijk as well in the box to do that. You know, there were all them West Ham players around him. They couldn't get out muscle him. They couldn't strengthen him. Well, I say strengthen him. They couldn't get a read on the guy, let's be honest. He steps up, good header, directs it in, makes it 2-0. And from there, you think, okay, it's an easier game. You know, now we're 2-0 up. We should control it. But West Ham still continue to push on. Because of that, we ended up getting more space, and Alexis McAllister makes it 3-0. Good shot from Alexis McAllister, a great goal. Underrated goal, in my opinion. Hits it first time, goes into the net. Now, it looked to me like it went off a West Ham player. It looked to me like he hit a West Ham player in the face and went in. So I would have given it as an own goal, but it was given to Alexis McAllister. Interestingly enough, look, I'm not going to complain. I'm not going to complain because Maka got the goal. And honestly, the strike that he did to get the goal, it deserved for him to have it. And all in all, I think McAllister had a decent game today. Made a couple of crucial tackles, a couple of crucial interceptions, scored a goal. So I'm happy. I think McAllister played very well. So we're 3-0 up at half time. Deservedly 3-0 up at half time? Yes, like I said, West Ham, again, they came out and gave it a go. And that really suited Liverpool today. If West Ham had continued to play in a low block, the longer that game went on, the more frustrated Liverpool had been, the more complacent we would have got, and it would have made for a much, much tougher game. But if you're neutral, you're probably happy that West Ham came out and played because it actually made for a good game. You know what I'm saying? 7 goals scored, a decent advertisement for Premier League football as well, considering Premier League in general at the moment is not good, considering a lot of the games in the Premier are boring nowadays. That was actually a relatively decent one if you're a new Premier League watcher. So a decent outing for Premier League football today. So we go in at half time, 3-0 up. Second half, all Liverpool really need to do is keep the ball better and control the game. That's one thing about the first half. I said Liverpool didn't do well. We played fast tempo, but the control wasn't there. Didn't keep the ball well. Second half, just needed to control the game and keep the ball better. I think the second half, Liverpool slacked a bit. Weird to say because we still scored another 2 goals, but it felt like West Ham came out more, pushed on even more, and they actually pulled one back. It was poor defending from Liverpool, to be fair, for the goal. Konate just headers it into the air. It goes to the West Ham player. He puts the ball in. Souček was there, and he pretty much taps it in, making it 3-1. And then you think, okay, a little bit complacent. Can Liverpool turn it up again and make it 4-1? It was 3-1 for a good majority of the game. For a good majority of the game, that was 3-1. It's only till the last 20 minutes where the other goals started flooding in, but it was 3-1 for the majority of the game. Then we make it 4-1. Cody Gakpo bags. And fair play to Cody Gakpo, you know what I'm saying? Fair play to him. Usually, Gakpo will cut in, he'll shoot, and it'll go wide or he'll miss something. This time, he cut in, shoot, and it actually resulted in him scoring a goal, bending nicely into the corner, bottom corner, making it 4-1 to Liverpool. And it's amazing what Liverpool can do when we actually play ball, isn't it? Gakpo got himself a goal. Again, there's things about Gakpo I don't like, but there's things I do like. I think there is potential for him. I just don't feel like Slot is coaching him in the best manner possible. I feel, again, this cutting inside and shooting is very, very annoying. I've got to be honest, it's very annoying for a neutral, for myself, as a Liverpool fan having to watch it. Doing that every week doesn't work. This time, he did it. It came off. It resulted in a goal, but how often does that happen? But he scored today, so I'm not going to get onto Cody Gakpo. Makes it 4-1. Takes the game out of West Ham's reach. But then West Ham still push on. I'm saying, you think maybe they'll play for a professional pride. Maybe they'll sit in more and make it a little bit harder. But to be fair, they didn't do that. They did not do that. They continued on. And they pushed on and they got themselves another goal. Another goal from the corner. Again, poor defending from Liverpool from the corner. No one was marking the West Ham player. Had a free header and he makes it 4-2, should I say. That's the only thing about us I can say today that I didn't really like the look of. I think going forward, Liverpool were brilliant. Midfield was perfect, no problem. I feel like the back was the issue, you know what I'm saying? Other than the fact that we conceded 2 goals, nothing else was really wrong with the performance. So, again, defensively, we just need to be a bit more reassured, a bit more solid. You know what I'm saying? Really conceding 2 goals at home to West Ham, not something you want to do. But we did score 5 on them. So it kind of makes up for it, if you know what I'm saying. But yeah, all in all, a good performance. Only negative is really defensively. I felt Virgil and Ibu were a little bit... while Virgil scored at the other end, I think defensively he was a bit air. I think Konate has been better since he came back from his personal issues. But I felt today he looked a bit meh as well. Other than that, people, a good game. A good game. And then we finish it off in... we finish it off towards the end of the game. Again, West Ham lose it, trying to play out from the back. Liverpool pinch it off them. Frimpong. Well, I thought it was a Frimpong goal to begin with, but it went down as an actual disaster own goal. So, again, Frimpong coming back from his injury, getting involved in the 5th goal. Happy to see 5-2 game, set and match. So, we win the game. And a comfortable game too. I predicted 2-0. I thought it'd be closer, but it ended up being a comfortable afternoon for the Reds, which I can't complain about. And again, it goes to show how we can do or how we can play and what we're capable of when we want to be. You know what I'm saying? Today, We didn't play how we usually play. We didn't play slow, boring build-up play. We actually played fast, attacking, front-footed football. Every time we had the ball, there was none of this sideways, backwards stuff. We were going forward with it every single time, looking to attack. I don't think that was the manager's instructions, by the way. I think, again, the players binned off what he said and they did their own thing and it worked because we scored 5 goals and we looked good. So it's amazing what happens when the players do their own thing and when they ditch what the manager's telling them to do. You see blatantly how we play when they're following the manager's instructions. Boring, side to side, possession based ball, which is not us. The players still have this ingrained in them. And today, a perfect performance, attacking football. None of this side to side rubbish, attacking football, and we score 5 goals and we flourish. Good performances all around. Hugo Bags, Gakpo Bags, McAllister Bags has a good game as well. Frimpong comes back from injury, is involved. So all in all, a good afternoon for Liverpool. Can't complain. And we got the job done ahead of Manchester United taking on Crystal Palace tomorrow and Chelsea taking on Arsenal. So we've done our job. Over to them. Of course, Aston Villa lost yesterday again to Wolverhampton Wanderers, which was a shock. So, again, Liverpool are in a decent position. We're currently 5th. Let's see what happens. But we've done our job today. I will say this, though, West Ham got into some good positions. And if they had a bit more quality, maybe we would have been in a little bit more trouble. You know what I'm saying? So, again, next week away at Wolves, have to be better than this. Because, again, Wolves are actually playing well now. They're playing like they've got nothing to lose because they know they're going down. So we have to be on it a lot more. I feel we slacked off a bit in the second half. It's weird to say because we still scored 2 goals. But I feel, again, if West Ham had more quality, we might have had a bit of a problem. Any other negatives in the game? Not really. I felt Alisson was a little bit iffy at times. You know, he almost gave the ball to Bowen, and if Bowen's touch was better, it would have rolled into the net. You know I'm saying some of his distribution was a bit off. Made a save and then just spilled it. So that was a bit but other than that, he wasn't too bad. You know, we know Alisson is capable of so much better than that, but can't really complain. I can't really complain. We scored 5 goals. And what more can I ask for, really? Just want to see my team playing some good football for once. Took me back to the Klopp days, that did. I will take it. We'll take it, man. 5-2. As for West Ham, look. Again, if they played a low block, they would have lost that game by a lot less. But the fact that they came out, they played, benefited us. And I think you see perfectly now why these relegation level sides don't go to big clubs away and play ball, because this is what happens. You know what I'm saying? I believe West Ham will go down. I look at their squad and I don't see anyone of real quality that can help them. You know what I'm saying? Wolves last year had Cunha to save them. I don't see West Ham, anyone in that West Ham team that's going to grab them by the scruff of the neck and save them. I think Forest will stay up because they have quality players that can help them. And I think Spurs will stay up because they have quality players who can help them as well. West Ham, I don't see that with them, which is why I think they will be the ones to go down. But yeah, other than that, all in all, a good day out, a good performance, a good win. 5 goals scored. What more can we ask for? Rio and Gamora came on, looked decent. Again, Frimpong was good when he came on. McAllister, Ekitike, Gakpo, everyone was good. Salah ghosted again, but look, everyone else performed in the team. I don't want to get onto Salah. You know what my opinions on it are. Other than that, happy days, man. Happy days. Do our job. Over to United against Palace tomorrow, and over to Chelsea against Arsenal. We will see what happens. But yeah, people, that is it for today's match reaction. Hope you guys enjoyed the game. I certainly did. For once, I actually enjoyed watching my team play football again. So we will take it. But yeah, big up to everyone. On your way out, drop a like on the video, sub, and let me know your thoughts, Liverpool fans, in the comment section below. Let me know your thoughts and opinions on today's game. Other than that, I'm going to head off, people. Liverpool profit out. I'll be back tomorrow. Speak to you all soon. Laters. Bye. Peace.